Okay, so I'm back home now after my visit to TJ, and as you can tell, my words are different. That's because I have no teeth yet. But I had to come home toothless because the healing denture will not fit correctly while your gums are swollen. So once the swelling goes down, a couple of weeks or so, I'll go back down there for the temporary uh, healing denture, and then those will stay on approximately 2 months or something like that till the healing is totally complete. But this time, when we went, instead of walking, a little yoga, instead of walking across, I went with a friend and we drove through. Did not get stopped, went right through, went straight to the dentist's office. Uh, and then when we left, we drove out, and the line was probably 30 minutes long, which was not bad at all. But what I would like to comment on, the place that I went to, as you saw, was Perfect Smile Dental. There's the work so far is great. This is day 2 after surgery. I have no pain whatsoever, even though my face is swollen. I gotta put some ice on it, but no pain. Uh, there's a lack of communication, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. Uh, when they first send you the information, they tell you that they can set you up with a hotel. Well, the way I read that was that the hotel was included, or was already taken care of. But that was just one word that was missing that kept them from, oh, what they do is they get discounts. And there's really not much of a discount because I checked the website and it's about the same. But anyway, that's no big deal. It wasn't a lot. I think it was 150, 160. And it was actually within walking distance of the dentist. But after surgery, of course, you can't walk. They take you over, take you out in a wheelchair, take you to the hotel. The hotel people take you up to your room in a wheelchair. Or if you have someone with you, they'll do it. My particular procedure, I got 12 implants. Uh, so when I got up, my procedure was probably, they told me, about 7 hours. So I was out of it because they did bone grafting. I had about 6, 7 more extractions. They took that out. Uh, so I will make part 2 later. Got to do some icing. Okay, as you can see, I'm in a different environment. I was outside making a video, but somebody came up to me and started talking, so I had to stop it. But anyway, right when they came right before they came to put the IV in to put me under, I know I remember drinking a lot of water because I wanted to make sure my veins were uh, easily accessible for them to put the IV in. I remember using the restroom at least 4, maybe even 5 times, and I was thinking to myself, man, I sure do have to pee a lot. So after that, I remember the guy coming in. He couldn't find the vein on one side. He went to the other side. He put it. Eventually, he got my hand. He put it in my hand, and I knew once they did that, it was just a matter of time that I was gonna be in Twilight Zone. And the way I know that, and I know again, y'all don't know, I got shot back in '83. I got shot 7 times. And I remember going into the hospital, after the gunshots, put the IV in, and I was out. 11 hours, 11-hour operation. But thanks be to God, I got out of the hospital in 9 days, 85 stitches later. Uh, so anyway, back to the the dental thing. I woke up and I remember they got me in. I got out the bed, off of the dental chair, got into a wheelchair, and went to the restroom because I had to use it. As soon as I stood up to get into the restroom, the urine started coming. I couldn't hold it. Probably because I was already. I mean, I was still woozy from the medication, whatever they used to put me out. It was harder to hold, so some came out, wet my pants up. I finished in the toilet, whoop and whoop and whoop. But they gave me a blanket, to help a brother out through them. It's not really no embarrassment because I mean, hey, ain't no shame in my game. Go through what I need to go through. Come out on the other side victorious. Uh, but the reason I'm putting all this out there again is because I want to put the B to the Y. We always hear the A, and we always see the Z, which is the after. But from the B to the Y, there's no explanation or not enough explanation as to what you need to do uh, until that manifestation comes, which is patience, continuing to do what you need to do. Like when you put a seed in the ground, you got to make sure the ground is right. Put that seed in there and you continue to not cultivate, but yeah, I guess cultivate. Make sure you water that seed, keep the weeds out, whatever you need to do so that you can get your end result. So, um, the next, well, no, I don't want to go too far. Got to the hospital, no, got to the, got to the hotel. Um, my buddy pulled up, and the concierge came out. He said, "Hey, we need a wheelchair. We're from Perfect Smile Dental. This guy has a room. We need to get up." So anyway, the guy went and got a wheelchair. As soon as I got in a wheelchair, it just started coming out. I threw up 2 or 3 times, and I don't know if you've ever had any dry heaves before, but that's awful. But anyway, I got rid of all that. I kind of barely remember getting upstairs. We had to check in. We got upstairs. Got. I was getting ready to. I think I was. I thought I was gonna take a shower, or at least get ready, get undressed to get in the bed. But then I threw up again, and it was blood mixed with whatever else was in there. And the reason I'm saying all this again is I want to give you the B to the Y. X, Y, Z. Yeah, the B to the Y. So that you can either decide, I don't want to do this, or you can be prepared so that you'll know what you're going to do or not going to do, or at least be ready so that when you get it, you'll be good. And I think it's good because, like I said, one of the previous videos that I made, I went to 2 or 3 different dentists, and for what I needed, they wanted. One dentist told me $70,000. Some of y'all might be able to afford that. I didn't want to spend that. I didn't want to do that, especially not finding out what I found out about the dental places over in TJ. I got quotes for 50,000 a couple of times, 30,000 a couple of times. So eventually, I got down to 26 with what I believe is the same equipment, same expertise. It's just, are you willing to believe in a doctor in another country? I think we choose and pick the things that we want to choose and pick to make it okay, and it's not always okay. So at the end of the video, at the end, we will have a nice, pretty smile, which is what I'm believing for. I've been believing for uh, a pretty smile, new teeth, whether I bought the teeth or whether God grew them in. The end result, I got new teeth. So that's what we're looking at. So I see. Then, I wanted to say the very next day when I woke up, uh, there was no pain whatsoever. There was swelling because of the drilling. I was looking at some videos and they were saying that there was going to be some bruising and some swelling. Well, I'm thinking because of my beautiful tan, I didn't experience any bruising, but the swelling was there, which is why they couldn't give me the healing denture right away. I have to go back the latter part of this month, which is October 2021, to get my healing denture, but I'm waiting for the swelling to go completely down. Now the good part about this, no teeth, you can't eat, right? Well, previous to this treatment, the Lord led my wife. Well, my wife was already doing it, but He led me to get on board with her, and I had been fasting 2 days a week, no solid food. Just we were doing a 48-hour Hollywood juice diet. We chose that because of the vitamins that was in the juice. But I had already gotten myself into the position, the habit of not eating solid foods. So now at this point, I can only do. I've been drinking the broth, like there's vegetable broth, there's vegetable greens broth, and then I've also couple of I think it was 48 hours I had to wait. I'm able to eat like warm mashed potatoes with beef broth and Jello pudding, stuff like that, and I just rest real good after. But because of the knowledge I've had already of the word with patience and diligence, faithfulness, um, I just go without. I'm not going to. I know I'm not going to starve to death. However, because of the previous training that I've been doing with the fasting, God was already preparing me for this. So as we'll see in the end, I'll have the smile that I believe for, and in this case, I paid for it. God blessed me with the necessary monies to be able to pay for it, which I'll disclose later. But I want to do the ABC. I don't want to do the D and then have to back up. So I'll be back at you again with another video, just giving you some more information. Peace out. Guess what? Look what I can do. Looks good. This is another part to the video for Perfect Smile Dental, which is where I went to get my perfect smile. I want to kind of sum it up by saying the good things in life do not come speedily, or if you're in a rush or in a hurry. When you go down to TJ to get this procedure, you are going to experience some wait times, some traffic, some things that may not look too good, but there's a lot of things that look good and that are good. It depends on how you look at it. But it was well worth
me going, the wait, the time, altogether, it took about, I want to say about a year. And that's because there was some healing process for what I had to have done. Again, I had 12 implants and bone graft and sinus lift done. And this was all over the course of that time. But to reiterate, after the initial surgery, I had no pain whatsoever. Now, my mouth, the surgery area, was tender if I was to push on it and poke and prod it. But as far as just like a nagging pain that you get, like when you have a tooth pulled or filling done or something like that, I didn't experience any of that. And as a matter of fact, I didn't have to take any pain meds. They do have a series of meds that they give you right after for pain, but once that wore off, I didn't have to take any of the prescribed medicines because I didn't have any pain. So I highly recommend this particular dentist, Perfect Smile Dental in TJ. Again, it's right over the border. As soon as you cross over, it's probably 2 minutes. It's the second street once you get over the bridge. Make a right turn and you're there. But yeah, you can either ride down, catch the train down, drive through, which I felt was much, much better, because when you finish, or after you do your due, or when you're going down there for checkups or whatever, you can drive on down to El Norte. I think that's how you say it. Down where they have the lobster dinners, lobster, beans, and rice tortillas, salsa. Very good place. Very beautiful, really scenic right there, just past Ensenada. Really, really good. So until then, ciao.